Hello, guests. I'm the host, and welcome to the Silent Lounge. So, I was about to write a script for something else entirely different. It was going to be a Resident Evil 9 video. And then I got hit with more news that Tripwire just posted an update about the next stress test that is going to come out tomorrow, Wednesday, from 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So, it's going to be a 12-hour window for players to stress test the game. So, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I don't want to keep making Killing Floor news videos. I mean, I love making Killing Floor videos, but it's more so like a topical video in which I discuss my opinions and thoughts on changes and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to be like a drama channel of he said, she said, daily posts. I mean, that's not what I founded the lounge to be. It's just really exhausting going back and forth with this Killing Floor stuff. I mean, this is going to be the third video that I made back to back to back. So, they just posted an article on the forum group. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. Let's read it. With the data we have gathered from this past Sunday's test, the team is now ready to bring in more platforms to the stress test environment. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series users who have signed up for the previous closed beta and received a key will be granted access to the stress test for this Wednesday. Unfortunately, due to logistical reasons, we are not able to add new console testers at this time. So here are the details. It's going to take place Wednesday, July 16th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Participants: Steam, those who have previously requested access to the stress test, as well as new applicants, visit the Killing Floor 3 Steam page to request access. I'm going to have to do that after this video. PS5 and Xbox Series users, those who have previously signed up and been granted a key to the previous closed beta test in February. So this is the really interesting part, and it's basically regarding the stress test NDA. And this is something that really kind of raised a red flag with me. I don't want to say kind of, it is a red flag for me, because I believe that people deserve to know the truth. Consumers deserve to be informed, especially on a product that they're going to purchase. No matter how much it's going to be, they should be informed. And it just didn't sit well with me that Tripwire had this NDA thing that restricted people from showing gameplay. And of course, I wasn't available to do it. I wanted to do the stress test yesterday, but I don't want to say yesterday. I want to say Sunday, because it was on Sunday. I wanted to do the stress test on Sunday, but unfortunately I was out of town. So this is what they said about the NDA. While we're unable to update the build to remove the message, we've made the decision to not enforce the NDA for the next playtest session, so please stream and share to your heart's content. We sincerely apologize for confusion around our NDA. 5 years is our standard boilerplate language for internal tests, and was too heavy-handed for this context. It was never our intention to enforce a 5-year ban on discussing the game. It didn't take long after the build went live to realize that this was the wrong approach, and within the first hour of the stress test, we pivoted away from enforcing the NDA. Special notes: this is the same build that was used for this past Sunday's playtest. The team has continued to work on the back-end issues that were noticed, such as auth errors that some players experience, as well as investigate other reports. Console players who received but did not redeem their key for the previous closed beta can still redeem it for the stress test. Please check your email box for the original closed beta key distribution email sent back in February. We're continuing to action player feedback that did not fit into our current launch window, which includes Nightfall Specialists being able to pick any perk, enhance and refine third-person animations for character movement and weapon handling, making text chat available for in-server communication. There's also a few known issues that the team is already aware of and working to resolve in our launch window, which could be post-launch. These items can be found in our support site here. We also added new articles to help players who are experiencing other issues, such as around performance or input lag. So I'll admit, I did take things out of proportion with the stress test, the first stress test on Sunday, because I really want this game to be good. I really want to enjoy this game, and it just really bothers me when we have developers and corporations that really try to silence our opinions and our thoughts on the game. I thought it was really weird, and it was a real red flag for things like that to even happen. So I'm glad that they straightened it out, and I'm hoping to be able to play it tomorrow. I might take a half day of work just so I can go play this. Maybe not. We'll see if I have time. I mean, it's roughly a 12-hour window, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have time for it later in the day. So I figured that we should talk about the stress test known issues, just so I can cover all my bases on Killing Floor 3 and the stress test. And this is just things that they're aware of and that they're planning on fixing. I don't know if this is going to be problems that are going to be present at launch, or if this is going to be resolved before launch. I'm not entirely sure. We have 9 days until the game releases, so I definitely don't want to just say that these issues are going to get fixed. I really don't know the situation with these issues, other than the dev team is aware of it, they're working on it, and I'm sure they're going to notify us and update us as time goes on. So let's read some of these issues. Stability, performance, party, and matchmaking. Players may notice a performance decrease in multiplayer when playing with larger parties. If you experience this, try and limit your party size to something smaller at this time. Performance may degrade when repeatedly using ADS with a sniper scope. Game may lose functionality after player idles in recent player's submenu and exits it. In longer sessions, a rare GPU-based crash can occur. Alt-tabbing can produce instability for some hardware. Some users may experience a game crash while map traveling with specific hardware. Inviting a party leader to a party travels only the leader to the new party. Players joining match during AAR places user into broken state. Players who join a match in progress will see dead headless Zeds standing around making sounds. Players may become stuck in matchmaking screen when back in service become unavailable. Players might experience a soft lock when interacting with skills menu. Remove friend button lacks functionality when attempting to remove player from the friends list. Modded weapons sometimes won't save until you change the name of the weapon loadout, including existing modded weapons. Zed behavior. In rare cases, bosses can get stuck out of the play space. The Flesh Pound loses its ability to destroy doors and walls when missing an arm. You know, that could honestly be a feature, not a bug, but anyways. Zed AI may go brain dead after using the Pulse Lore. Confused Husk jetpack explosions cause large amounts of damage that can down nearby players instantly. Impaler attack VFX improperly plays infinitely when players disperse across the map during the boss fight. Husk can become brain dead if jetpack jump landing is interrupted with affliction. Sometimes explosive rounds don't work on clots, insists in multiplayer matches. Player movement and interaction. Sprinting will not resume if interrupted by ADSing and shooting a few rounds. Player can get in a stuck state when getting scrake pulled while mantling. Swapping an out-of-stock tool at the trader can result in the newly selected tool not being able to be properly filled up on charges. Players may experience a rare case where ammo can be consumed from the reserves during the match instead of their primary weapon magazine. Players might get stuck in the slide animation or may be unable to move after sliding with bad packet loss and high ping. Explosives are not currently damaging destructible items in game. Medic Tier 3 dart mods can cancel out the healing grenade launcher mod. If a user changes their matchmaking settings to private after already joining a party, the player will stop transmitting over VoIP. I believe that's voice on... I don't know what that means. There are known instances of firebugs prior 357 sidearm becoming unresponsive. Switching to another weapon will restore full use of the sidearm. Other spectator view is broken after reconnecting to the same match. Client will not save. Choose display preference when closing and reopening application. So this might seem like a lot of issues. I'm just glad that they are making it known what these issues are, or that these issues exist in game. I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for these issues, And I'm honestly really excited to have another chance at the stress test. I was honestly really upset that I didn't get a chance to play the stress test on Sunday, but now I'm going to have a second chance. I honestly don't know if these issues can be resolved easily or if these issues are going to ruin the experience for me. I honestly don't know unless I try it, but I'm glad that I know what these issues are and what to be aware of, and I'm glad that Tripwire made this article known to the public so that way they can expect what's going to happen in the stress test. So if the game starts bugging or lagging or doing something really weird, they have this article that explains that these are known issues and that they're planning on working on it. So good stuff. I don't want to continue to make drama videos. That's not what this channel was about. I just like to make interesting conversations about stuff that happens, gaming news. I don't want to be a gossip channel. And I apologize if that was the impression that I was making in yesterday's video. I don't want to make a video back to back to back. I want to take time to write scripts, to do my research. I want to be able to deliver high quality content. And I don't want to just run around saying things because yesterday's video just aged like milk because they just came out with this message. So I learned a lesson, and hopefully everyone else has too. But from the stress test on Sunday, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, mixed things to say. So when I get to play the stress test, I can finally have my own opinions and I can say what I think of it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for staying at the Silent Lounge.